Okay, so this video is going to show you how to animate your screens in Python. You can see here I've set up a basic setup, so we've got a screen width of 800 by 600. I've got two actors, a logo and a mascot, and I've got a couple of variables set up here which is going to be used for my text. If we go down to the draw method, you will see here that we clear the screen, we fill it with white, and then I'm checking this variable here. Now this is used like a light switch. If it's true, we're going to show this information, and if it's false, then we're not going to show this information on the screen. So I created this variable up here. It's a boolean, which means it's either true or false, and it's going to be use this one to decide whether we show this logo or not. And then I've got another one here which will be used to show this logo or not. Now you can see I set the first one to true because I'm going to have this start at the beginning of the animation, and this one's currently set to false, so we won't be able to see this. So if I run this at the moment, this is what we see. Okay, so we've got the main logo in the center and I've got the text up here. So first thing, what we're going to do is we're going to animate this logo and the text to move to the right hand side and go off the screen to the right. So this is where we need to use the update function. So in here I'm going to use the same check. So if we're currently showing the logo, then I want to change the logo's X position by 3 pixels each time. And I'm also going to change the text position. Now I've done this slightly differently. What I've done up here, I've put the message for the text, and then I've created this which will hold the position. The first number represents the X, the second number represents the Y. The first number, we consider this to be index 0. In other words, it's the first item in the list, and we always start counting from 0 as programmers. So this is 0 and this is 1. Now we're not going to be changing the Y coordinate of the text because we're just going to move it to the right. So the only coordinate I'm going to change is the X. So down here I'm going to say m pos square bracket 0, so the X coordinate, and also change that by 3 pixels. Okay, so if we look at what's happening with that now. Okay, so as you can see, it moves off to the right hand side. Great. Right, so as I said, when we move off to the right hand side, when it leaves the right hand side of the screen, I want the second picture to show up. So in this update function, I need to do a check. Now if we just watch it again, you'll notice that the text is the last thing to leave the screen. So that's the one I'm going to check rather than the logo. So after we've moved the items, I'm going to say if the X position of the text, M position 0, is greater than the width of my screen, then I'm going to stop showing the logo. Okay, so this will turn to false, which means up here, if show logo equals true, will not be true anymore, so it will not be drawn, and it won't draw the text either. And in the update, again, the show logo will be false, so the logo is now going to stop moving. Now, while this will work, we won't actually see anything happen here because it will stop just off the screen. Okay, so it's on this side of the screen. So once we stop showing this logo, I now want to show the mascots, and that's on this one here. So this is the control that's going to show the mascots. So the moment I stop showing the logo, I'm going to say show mascots equals true. So now that's going to turn to true. I now need to check for that in my draw function. So elif, remember, because it's the second option, so it's if show logo equals true. If that's not true, then it will check this one. So if show mascots is equal to true, then I want to draw the mascots actor, which is this one here. So mascots dot draw. Okay, so this will go off the screen. The moment this leaves and becomes greater than the width, the second actor then appears. Then if we were going to animate that screen, I would then go down here and say show mascots equals true. Then maybe I would then change the mascots X position. Let's just move that the other direction. Okay, and then you would continue in this manner for each of your screens. So as that one leaves to the right hand side, the mascots appears and they go off to the left. Okay, just a couple of other things to notice. You'll see that I've put this piece of code here and this piece of code here. It's just a little buggy in Python-Mu. Sometimes it cannot see the variables that we've created up here. So if you get any kind of strange errors, the first thing I would try, if you've got any variables like show mascots or the show logo, then add them to this first line of code. So put global show logo, and then I'm going to put show mascots here as well, just to be safe. And I've also added them in the update function. Yeah, and that should then stop any errors. So just to watch it one more time, as it goes off to the right, goes there, and goes off to the left. Okay, hope that helps.